This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 241. 5 Things to Do Before Starting a Business by Philip Taylor of ptmoney.com. And I'm Dan, I am your host, and welcome to Optimal Startup Daily on this Saturday, if you're listening in real time. This is where I read to you from some of the very best blogs on entrepreneurship, and we're going to get right to it today as we start optimizing your life. 5 Things to Do Before Starting a Business by Philip Taylor of ptmoney.com. I'm a firm believer that not much is required to start your own business. You really just need to get out there and start making sales. A business just needs customers. You can even start a business with no money. But there are a few things you should consider doing before you start your own business. So let's look at a few. 1. Brush up on the fundamentals. If you're planning to start a service business, it's probably a good idea to brush up on the basic fundamentals of your craft. For instance, if you're planning on starting a t-shirt design company, it would be helpful to take a course on Photoshop or other design software. Miranda Marquit, a freelance writer here at Part-Time Money, recommends that anyone wanting to start their own freelance writing business should take a writing class. She recommends a community education class on writing, or even auditing a writing class at a nearby college or university. Not only will this help you improve your basic writing skills, but it may even lead to a few business contacts and potentially a few gigs. In addition to looking for classes, you should also consider volunteering or interning for a company that already does the work that will be required in your business. 2. Save more money. Gary Christensen, who started a delivery service, says, quote, "If you're not sure what you want to do, start saving some money. Start putting some money aside. Start looking around. Start doing some investigating." End quote. I love this advice because one of the hardest things people struggle with in business is coming up with the idea for your business. Just because you don't have the specific idea, it doesn't mean you can't start saving money for a potential business. Having the cash ready beforehand also means you can act quickly on your idea and not have to rely on debt to get started. In addition to saving money, I'd recommend having your personal financial details in order before starting a business. The leaner you are on the personal side, the more freedom you'll have to explore your business idea. The longer you can stick with your business, the greater your chances of success. 3. Test your idea. Before you hire a single person, purchase a bunch of inventory, or spend a ton on advertising, you should test out your idea to make sure it's a winner. Stephen Sashin, who started a shoe business, made his barefoot running shoes for just a few people before deciding it was a legitimate business idea. Stephen said, quote, "I bought the materials to make some for me and for a couple other people, and about 20 more people said, 'Hey, I want those.' So I made about 20 or 25 pairs. The last pair I made was for a local barefoot running coach who said, 'You should do this as a business.' I said, 'Yeah, I don't think so. I've got other stuff going on.' He said, 'Well, I've got a book coming out, and if you had a real business like a website, I'd put you in the book.'" End quote. Not only did Stephen's first few shoes prove he could sell more, it led to some free advertising. Put a small piece of your business out there and let your potential customers tell you if it's wanted. Stephen didn't stop with his offline testing. He used Google's keyword tool to determine how many people were searching for his type of running shoe each month. 4. Learn the legal and compliance aspects. Depending on the type of business you're planning to start, for instance, food service, you may need to check with state and federal business regulations to understand how to meet compliance. Before the idea of a high-priced lawyer scares you away from doing business, consider the strategy used by Kara Bergson, who started a custom t-shirt company. She says, quote, "The Oregon Bar Association offers free to very little cost consultations for new business owners. So I spent $25, spent an hour with a lawyer on the phone giving me advice and stuff, and then I just took it from there." End quote. In addition to cheap legal advice, you can usually find free help from the Small Business Administration through their SCORE program. 5. Consider your family. Finally, think about how this new venture is going to affect your family. I asked a friend who recently started a real estate business on the side, and he said this should be one of your biggest concerns before you get started. Not only will you be spending money on this new project, but you'll also be spending all your extra time to get it off the ground. This means potential time away from family. If you already have a full-time job and you're considering a business of your own, you'll certainly have to skip out on some family time. So talk to your spouse about any new business ventures before you get started to ensure you're both on the same page. You just listened to the post titled 5 Things to Do Before Starting a Business by Philip Taylor of PTMoney.com. And I'll tell you more about Philip Taylor in just a sec, but first I want to thank Mint Mobile. After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by those big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch. So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the catch? But after speaking with them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. By cutting out retail stores, there's no crazy overhead costs that get passed down to you in the form of mystery fees. Instead, Mint just passes on sweet savings direct to you. I was able to save around $40 a month trying it out. It was super easy to get started. Switching out the SIM card is a breeze. Plus, if you're not satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/OSD. That's mintmobile.com/OSD. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/OSD. And thank you to Philip Taylor of PT Money. He is a CPA, a blogger, a podcaster, husband, and father of 3. He's also the founder of the personal finance industry conference and trade show FinCon, which we've attended multiple times. He created PTMoney.com back in 2007 to share his advice on money, hold himself accountable while paying off over $75,000 in debt, and to meet others who are passionate about moving toward financial independence. Well, he succeeded. He's now fully self-employed, supporting his family using the income generated from both his site and the conference. He says that none of it would have been possible had he not taken control of his financial life and started building something of value for others. Come by ptmoney.com for a lot more, and thanks to Philip for being a longtime supporter of our network of podcasts. But that'll do it for today. Hope you have a happy Saturday and weekend if you're listening in real time. As always, I thank you for being here, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for the Sunday show, where your optimal life awaits.